This tutorial or show and tell is really for iPhone users. Unfortunately, I am not an Android user, never have been, so I can't really help you if you have an Android. So I do apologize for that. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so the first thing you want to do obviously on your phone is open up the app. I'm not going to say the app name because I have several of her around the house, and yeah, she will just engage. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to refer to it as the app. So you want to open up the app on your phone, and then sort of to the right, lower right, you'll see 3 lines, and then you'll see more. So you want to click that. And then you want to select routines. After you select routines, you want to go to the plus button. And then you want to give your routine a name. So I'm going to go ahead and title this first routine Work from Home Mornings, but I'm just going to use the acronym and then mornings. I know that I wake up in the mornings, I'm in my bedroom, so some of the things that I want to have happen or things I want to hear will take place in the bedroom, which has a completely different Echo Dot. Okay, and done. And then I'm going to click next. So next is going to ask you, when do you want this to happen? For me, when I'm working from home, I want to be up an hour before I need to basically sign in. And for me, that's usually 7:30. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then you want to click schedule. And you can do at time, sunrise or sunset. I'm just going to do a particular time because for me that helps me to think about, again, the sequencing of my day. And if I start at 7:30, I can think, okay, how long is this going to take me to do X, Y, and Z? Or how long do I think this thing is going to take, this particular action I've set in my routine is going to take to actually do its thing before I need to go on to the next thing. So it helps me to think about sequencing the routine. Okay, so I don't want it to repeat every day. This can happen, let's say Monday, we're just gonna not do Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're gonna do this routine for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Mondays, okay? And so I will click save. And then at what time? I'm going to again have this start at 7:30 a.m., not p.m. Next. And then you now want to start adding your action. So generally, what do I want to do first? So I'm going to go with the app to say this. And there are a couple of options that you can pick from. I'm just going to select good morning and next, and I'm done, and it's there. Now I could want after this to either hear news briefing, weather, things like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and add different actions in the order that I would want them to flow. And it never hurts to know what day and time it is when you're starting your day. So next, I'm probably going to want to know the weather. So I have 3 actions already there. So tell me something new, current date, and weather. You can always test the routine to make sure that what you selected and how you want it to flow is working. And so after I've heard the weather, I probably also want a briefing. So I could do a summary and highlights. Unless there's something happening that's really important across the week, I don't know that I want a briefing. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and select news. That's the kind of briefing I want, like what's going on in the world, not necessarily what's going on in the world and really my personal life. I think if you have, like, again, a busy week, a wedding week, a vacation week, and you're setting certain routines to remind yourself, that's always a good one. Or you have several different deliverables you need to do in a day, I think that's a good one to select. Let's say you've heard the weather and you kind of need about 5 minutes before you hear the briefing. You can add a wait in between your actions. And the way that you want to do that is you scroll all the way down, and then you'll see wait, and then you can select how much time again you want. It goes up to a maximum of 4 hours. So you can set a 4-hour block in between. So for example, let's say you finished waking up in the morning. Let's say you don't want to hear a news briefing until an hour later. You just select 1 hour, and that particular early morning routine for your work from home will not give you a briefing until an hour after it's giving you the weather. So I'm actually just going to add a wait of only 10 minutes before I get the news briefing, okay? And then I'm gonna drag that 10-minute spot above play in news briefing. So after the weather happens, there'll be a 10-minute pause, and then the news briefing will happen, and that's that. So I think that's all I want to sort of hear in the morning. And in my mind, I'm assuming maybe this thing might take maybe no more than 10 minutes total. So I'm hoping that, again, maybe by 7:40, this early morning routine is done. So for this one, I'm done. The only thing that's left to do is select what device. And since this is in the morning and I'm probably still in bed, it's going to be for the bedroom Echo Dot, okay? So I'm gonna click save on this one. So let's set a routine for what I wanna call sort of the rest of the day, which means I'm now out of the bedroom, out of the shower, and I'm more in the space where the living room Echo Dot would really flow. I'm gonna set this one, same thing with the acronym. Okay, and then done and next. And again, I'm gonna select those same days, right? Save that. And again, I'm going to start this at 8:30 because I know I'm probably sitting down to sign in, grabbing a quick cup of coffee, whatever the case may be, okay? And then I'm going to start adding an action. So for me, I've already heard the news briefing. I don't really want to hear that. What I really probably want to hear is music. So that's the first thing that I'm going to add. So I'm going to go to music and podcasts, which you have to scroll down, and you can either do a particular song, artist, podcast, or station. I just want to hear music, not a podcast sort of right away. So I'm just going to pick something that's off the cuff of my head that I know works. So locally here is like Hot 99.5, and the provider would be iHeartRadio. Now, I love Spotify. I have lots of playlists on Spotify, so I could choose one of those and also do the exact same thing. So I know that I want this to play for a good chunk of the morning, and then I'll probably want to take a break. So let's say 3 hours. I just want iHeartRadio to play, and I'm gonna do next. So now that's set to play on 3 hours, and I can choose the device already because I already know it's gonna be living room, and that's that. Now, after that plays for 3 hours, I might want to give myself an announcement, like take a break, you know, like stand up, stretch. Because that's not here, I'm just going to go ahead and add it in. So you want to click customize. So you can type in take a break or break time, whichever one, or let's take a break. So I'm just going to put take a break. Take a break could mean getting up, stretching, maybe going for a 10-minute walk, stepping outside on the balcony and getting some fresh air. It could be just going to get a snack. It could be a lot of things. So I'm going to kind of give a little bit of wait time in between that. And I'm going to say, let's wait 10 minutes before we go on to the next thing, okay? So I'm just going to probably want to hear another news briefing. So I'm going to go to news and have another news briefing, okay? And I'm assuming that news briefing might take 10 minutes. So I'm going to add another wait. Do it for 10 minutes and hope that that takes up the rest of the 30 minutes, right? And so let's say a 10-minute wait before, a 10-minute news briefing, another 10-minute wait. So that should bring me closer to 12 or noon. And then I'm going to jump back into either music or podcasts. So I'm just going to do something like Gospel 2022, which is one of my playlists. It's probably gospel music, but from Spotify. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. And then I'm going to set that to 3 hours. And by that time, I'm probably already through my lunch and all of that. And then I'm going to click next, and that's that. I can just have Alexa stop there. If I want Alexa to tell me it's time to get off work, I can program that in. So let's say something like another action to say time to shut down means time to start thinking about closing things out and shutting things down. Okay. And of course, you want to make sure that you save this. Otherwise, this action is just going to go into space. So make sure you hit the save button. Okay. And then you'll see that you have a work from home mid-morning afternoons action. And again, you can test these the day before to make sure they're working properly on the different devices. So that's how I use Alexa to set up routines for several days across the week. And you can see that the one for the morning is really, again, targeted to the bedroom. The one for mid-morning and afternoons targeted for the living room Echo Dot. And so there are other little tidbits and things like that that you might want to, again, think about in terms of sequencing and building these out. You can decide you want to break up the routine even more and really segment it so you have different action happening within different routines. It's kind of a lot to manage all these tiny different routines, so I try to think about how many things can I get into one, focused on what device is going to deliver those action items out of the routine, if that makes sense. So if I want my living room Echo Dot to do a large amount of action items across several hours, I want to be in that location. If I want the bedroom Echo Dot to deliver a certain items when I'm in the bedroom, I want to tailor action items to that particular Echo Dot. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. If you're interested in seeing my bathroom routine or how I set up my bathroom routine, then go ahead and leave show bathroom routine in the comment box below. If you're interested in seeing my routine for Sundays, drop in the comment box below, show Sunday routine, and I'll get both of those videos either separately or together out for you all. Now make sure you like this video. YouTube really loves it when you like the video, and they will promote and share the content out with other people. Of course, if you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram. If you want to see more videos about using Alexa for different components to help automate or improve or streamline your life, drop your comment down in the comment box, because it helps me to understand what content is really resonating and helpful for you. Now, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so that you are up to date when I post new videos, which I post weekly, okay? So make sure you hit the notification bell, make sure you select all. Again, like this video, give it a thumbs up, because it helps the YouTube algorithm and it helps to share my videos out, and it really gets my videos in front of people like you who want to see them. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.